They doubted you. They hated on you. They told you you were the worst team in the Big 12. They said nothing good was going on in Tempe, and here you are, 5-1, beating number 16 Utah, Kenny Dillingham. The field is rushed. We are here, and we're going to talk about all of it live. PHNX Sun Devils is coming up in just 30 seconds.
Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, coming to you live from Studio K at the Arizona Center, presented by Circle K. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. I am Anthony Totri, joined as always by the man, the myth, the Jedi himself, Erik Ruby. We got Captain Redbeard behind the Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate an Arizona State victory over number 16 Utah. Kenny Dillingham's Devils took it to Kyle Whittingham's Utes 27-19. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a 5-star review, because my goodness, do we have a post-game show absolutely jacked up for all of those Sun Devils and Big 12 fans in the chat. I need to see everybody dropping the forks up or a trident emoji, the pitchfork, a devil, something in the chat. Let's get this thing going. It is a party, Erik. We are sending Cam Rising and company back to Salt Lake City. The boys got it done.
Everybody stop and just take a second. Just take it all in. Guys,
Are you kidding me?
this is a
Are
team.
you kidding me?
This is a ranked team. If they don't rank this team after this game, we riot. We storm the streets if they do not rank ASU football. Crack that victory neutral. We're all in here. Spam 4s in the chat. Audio, give us 5 stars because we love y'all so much as well. I'm so excited to talk about this game because there's so much good. The vibes are high, but before we get into the specifics of the game, Totri, we absolutely have to
My goodness.
talk about the post-game interview
Oh my gosh.
with Kenny Dillingham.
Oh my goodness.
And the fans, the students behind him storming the field. And he's asked, what does this mean to you? You're an alum. And he goes, I was one of these guys. And then he just starts partying and jumping up and down. This is your head football coach. This is your football coach that has led this team to a 5-1 record, and they will now be ranked after what happened last season and what everybody said they would be. They defied all odds.
Brother, there is no coach in college football that you would rather have in Tempe right now.
No, zero.
Like, I understand there's the Kirby Smarts. I understand there's the Dan Lannings, whatever. Kenny Dillingham is one of one. He said on Monday at his press conference, he was asked point blank, like, did you ever think about doing it different? Right? Doing what all the other coaches do, right? Because Kenny carries himself differently than everybody else in college football. And he said, you know what? I gave that a shot. I gave it a shot at another school, maybe 6 months. And then I realized that is just not me. That's not who I am. So when you have a coach that embraces 100% who he is, and that vibe carries over to the locker room, and you allow those players to be who they are, and they all take that field together with that same mentality, with that same ideology, it's tough to beat. You saw it tonight. You saw it in multiple games this season. This is an Arizona State team like we haven't seen in quite some time. And yes, that post-game interview was absolutely phenomenal. But I think that post-game interview, we can sum up the last calendar year, right? Because this meant something. This meant
you
something
think?
to Kenny.
Whew.
This meant something to the fans. This meant something to the players. This meant something to everybody that watched that game.
Yeah.
Arizona State last year lost to Utah 55-3. 55-3, Erik. We did a post-game show early, before that game even finished last year. And now here you are, a year later, and you knocked off number 16 Utah with a Cam Rising, who we'll talk about later, didn't look like Cam Rising. Micah Bernard did everything that he possibly could to shoulder the load for the Utes tonight. It wasn't enough. Utah, if I'm remembering what the broadcast had said accurately, Utah had more plays on Arizona State's side of the field than they did not. And Arizona State still won this game.
There's so much about the game that I want to get into. I think one last thing, just talking about Dillingham that you mentioned. Kenny's a lot of things. He is a football freak. He's a genius when it comes to schematics. He's a genius when it comes to breaking down the play, when it comes to building coaches around him. He's a genius when it comes to building a culture and building a community.
Yeah.
But the most important thing about Kenny Dillingham, the reason why Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State University has worked and will continue to work for a long, long time is because Kenny Dillingham is authentic. In an era of college football that's full of fake scams and promises and lies and hopping around and telling people things that you just don't mean, players are flocking to authenticity. And they're coming to Arizona State University for a reason.
For that guy.
And it's only year 2. Now there are results. This is what he's doing after a 3-9 season. What's going to happen now when he hits the trail? And he's like, yeah, look at what we did this past season. Look at what I've done with somebody like Skattebo, with Sam Leavitt. This guy, I don't want to just break it down to him, but he is special. And he has ignited something in this fan base. He's ignited something in this team. And that has led them to where we all are right here. Hundreds in the chat saying how much they love Kenny Dillingham, how he's their coach, and Kenny going right back at them and saying, I love you guys because I am your coach. But let's talk some football.
Let's talk some football.
Cam Rising sucked.
Cam Rising did suck.
Cam
Rising
sucked.
did not look very good at all. And again, like we'll get into Cam Rising a little bit later in the show.
I just had to say that.
I know. We've got something special for everybody
really
as it relates to Cam Rising. So you'll definitely want to stick around for that. We are going to get into the game, but I do want to get to those super chats that we have first. I know we have one from Sharon in there, $4.99. ASU win for Totri's birthday. Happy birthday. Appreciate you, Sharon. Appreciate everybody that wished me happy birthday today. Diego with a $2 super chat as well. We turn up with Dilly. I love scat. And that is the sentiment really around the nation. That's not just something that kind of holds true to Tempe. Everybody that sees Cam Skattebo since the college football season has started, I feel like has slowly started to fall in love with number 4 on this Arizona State roster, and it has been absolutely something special. And I know we keep teasing. We're going to talk about Cam Skattebo a little bit later on in the show as well, but I just kind of want to talk about the next man up mentality because I saw some people in the chat talking about Sam Leavitt, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about Sam Leavitt. Sam Leavitt went down with a really, it looked like a tough hit. Like he was down for a second. You talk about Dilly. Dilly was over with him the entire time that he was down on the field. Went back to the locker room. It was reported that he was questionable to return with an upper back injury. Comes out before the first half ends, grabs his helmet, takes a knee with the offense. You know he's going to come back. But when we're talking about this team and we talk about the mentality, we talk about the culture, Jeff Sims, despite all the social media BS that people throw at him all the time, right? Came in, capped off the drive the way that they needed it to with a rushing touchdown. More rushing touchdowns than Noah Fafita on the season, by the way. Just had to toss that out there. That one's for you, Mike Luke. And then when he does have to come back out, again, there were some throws. Of course, you'd love to have one back. Should have been caught, in my estimation. But you do the one thing, right, in terms of just hanging onto the football. You don't turn it over. you manage the game. You allow Sam Leavitt to get back in that game, and you do what you got to do. And then defensively, Caleb McCullough stepping up big, not just in the first half.
Not stepping up big. Because, like, stepping up is like playing serviceable in your moment and not being taken advantage of, right? Oh, you stepped up to the moment and you were good. No, he shined.
Yeah.
He was the defensive MVP of this game.
He really was.
And if it wasn't for Cam Skattebo doing Cam Skattebo things at the end of the game, he would be the MVP. This seriously is a testament to what we were talking about at the beginning. The preparation for this team.
Yeah.
The fact that they are deeper this year, which we spoke about the entire offseason, right? And we even talked, like, Jeff Sims and Sam Leavitt. Well, Sam Leavitt was always getting reps at the one. Sims played well enough in camp to actually make that a conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Now, nobody really thought that was going to happen, but it was enough to be like, okay, is the book that's been written on Jeff Sims wrong? And he had his one moment, and he stepped up and he delivered.
Yeah.
He did what he needed to do, and he scored a touchdown.
He overperformed.
Yeah, he overperformed.
He scored a touchdown.
Yeah. So you sit back and you look at that, and two players who have been itching for playing time, right? Itching to get on the field, to make an impact, got their moment against the number 16th ranked team in the nation, who, by the way, is coming off of an awful loss at home to an inferior opponent, and then a bye week with one of the best coaches that college football's ever seen. And they come in to a team riding high like ASU, 4-1. All the expectations are completely shattered, and they want to come in here and they want to put ASU back where everybody thinks they belong.
Yeah.
And ASU took punch after punch after punch, down two of your best defensive players in the first half, losing your quarterback at the end of the first half, being down in the game. ASU took punch after punch, and they responded like they have every single season. And you know what? They didn't even play perfect. They didn't play some amazing...
Which is crazy, dude.
No, but that's like Dude, this team, the craziest thing about all of this, praise ASU all you want so far. They have not, from what we've seen on the field, played their best football this season.
Nowhere near a perfect game yet.
Every single game that they have played, the wins and the one loss, you can look at multiple things and say, that could be tightened up and that can be better. Yeah. And when you're sitting at 5-1 and you should be ranked, and you can say that, that's a football team that knows how to win games.
Special. It's absolutely special, to be honest with you. And I tweeted it, right? Like, this team is special. What they did tonight is special, and what they will do is special.
Yes.
And it's absolutely miraculous. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm at a loss of words right now.
Can you, like, we were talking about this before. If ASU was above 500 right now, 7 weeks ago, we would be pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Right? We'd be like, okay, you're on track, you're on schedule. Maybe you'll compete for a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? ASU is 5-1.
They're 5-1. They're gonna have a number next to their name on Sunday,
and it's an impressive 5-1.
It's a really impressive 5-1.
Your one loss is coming to a Texas Tech team that has been playing like one of the top teams in the Big 12.
Yeah. You're here. You're here. That's the thing that I want to get across. Better. That's the thing that I want to get across right now is we, for the last 365 days, right? And I've been doing this show for years.
Yep.
Right. And it's been preached by me, by other co-hosts, by the program that this is a rebuild, right? By the administration, by just the fact of the matter is this team self-imposed a bowl ban 3 days before the season started last year. And the bamboo is something that I think people joked about at the start when Kenny first got hired and that announcement was kind of made of like, what's this guy talking about? What's this 30-year-old coach talking about bamboo for at his football press conference, talking about you'll just see it one day, right? And how do you get there? Well, this team has to win. They have to learn how to win, right? And we saw it at Texas State on the road. They found a way to win. Mm-hmm. You saw it last week against Kansas in the fourth quarter. This team found a way to win. You saw it tonight again against Utah. This team found a way to win. This team has arrived. Arizona State, the rebuild, I don't care what anybody says. This is a 5-1 team. You look at the rest of this schedule, there are tough teams on this schedule. Arizona State should be in every contest. From what we've seen, Arizona State should beat Cincinnati next week. Arizona State should be in a battle with Kansas State. Arizona State should be in a battle with BYU. Arizona State should head to Tucson and take that cup back to Tempe. That is what you're looking to the rest of the season. I'm done, and I'm done saying it. I'm done saying that Arizona State, if they play to their high level, then they can. This team is here. Your Arizona State Sun Devils have arrived in Tempe. And guess what? If you don't believe me, go check out Mill Ave, where your goalpost is currently on its way. That says something. And you know what? You know who is probably the happiest of anybody outside of Kenny Dillingham? And I said it as soon as that game ended when the students were rushing. It's your athletic director, Graham Rossini. Graham Rossini is probably just as juiced, if not more, than everybody else right now, not named Kenny Dillingham, to see the effect that this has had on the city of Tempe.
Well, that's what makes it all so sweet. Because seeing Kenny tonight should remind you of just how personally painful last season was for him. If this guy cares this much right now, imagine what it was doing to him sitting on that all offseason, living through 3-9, living through 55-3 last year. Just think about that. We all care. We all care a lot. That's somebody that obviously cares a whole lot in Kenny. And Graham, well, he wasn't the athletic director, has always been somebody who's been involved at ASU from his playing days and is heavily invested. That's what makes all of this so sweet, because the people who are leading the way here, they genuinely care. And that goes down to the players. And that translates in how they play. Cam Skattebo plays the way that he does, puts his body on the line, pushes through somebody that's in front of him, steps up when the moments get hard, because he feels that. He cares. And he gets that belief, and he gets that intensity from his coach. And so does every other player. The defense today. Now, Cam Rising was not great. Micah Bernard had a great game. Micah Bernard made an incredible impact. Utah was driving down the field.
129 rushing yards and a touchdown.
Utah was in position to score a lot. And ASU's defense did the perfect bend, don't break. They did what winning football teams do, which is even when you're on your heels, even when the other team is moving, you find a way to at least hold them to 3. At least. And they did that over and over again and constantly kept Utah at bay until it finally opened up at the end, the turnover, and then Cam Skattebo being Cam Skattebo. This is a pattern, though, now. Mississippi State, right? You're up. Mississippi State storms back. You take control. You bend and you don't break. Texas State, you fall down early. You bend so hard, but you don't break. Texas Tech, you make mistakes. You get a bye. You come back. You play against Kansas. You bend. You don't break. Kansas gives you a run for your money. You walk away with a win. And then, of course, today. And you mentioned the next couple of games. I'll be quite frankly honest with everybody. In past years, in past regimes for ASU, I would be deathly afraid of the Cincinnati game. I would look at this Cincinnati game and I would say, ultimate ASU trap game. You beat Utah, then you go in 9 a.m. in Cincinnati and you lose. And while Cincinnati is way better than people expected, and ASU has to take them seriously, and Cincinnati could win because
you should win that game.
That's the Big 12, I am not feeling that pit in my stomach that I used to feel when you would look ahead a week. I'm feeling excitement, and I know everybody else here in the chat is on the same page with me.
No, you're absolutely right. Sharing in the chat, you guys, we are 5-1. Bo earlier in the chat, can we scroll up to what Bo said real quick? He said, Totri, give us a birthday chug. We'll get to that in a little bit.
We're both being asked to chug right now.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
I'm almost done with this
LTC
one.
in the chat. You want to go get another one? Great win. I'm going to need to see Erik slam a neutral to commemorate this wonderful night. He's going to go get another neutral, and then I am going to read the rest of those super chats before we continue on with this show. We got so much more to get to. JH in the chat. Let's go. Forks up, but I think it was in 3rd down and 2. Why are we going empty? Run the ball. Great win. Forks up. Kelly in the chat with the super chat. What do we do with McCullough now? He was awesome. Happy birthday, Totri. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, that's certainly a question. You got to figure out that linebacker rotation now even more, but it's nice that you have some depth at that position. Jacob with a couple super chats. Notice how many U of A fans in the chat now. Yeah, those U of A fans, y'all love to talk in the chat, man. What you got to say now? Kitty's quiet. Got a little muzzle on your mouth. I need y'all to hit that like button.
How can we start hating on U of A and I'm not here?
I know, that's fair.
Come on.
That's fair.
Hey,
Look,
I got one for you, too.
Thank you, man. I still got like a lot of this one.
That's okay. Just save it for later.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll definitely get
Birthday
through
boy.
it all. Bees in the chat. Bring all that smoke. Guys, look, this post-game show is just getting started. Let's go ahead and get to By the Numbers, presented by Desert Financial Credit Union, Arizona's #1 credit union, named by Forbes. And of course, Erik, the only number that matters is that final score. Arizona State coming out on top, 27-19 over Utah. The passing total, say what you want about Cam Rising, 209 total passing yards through the air for Utah to Arizona State's $167. On the ground, Cam Skattebo and company absolutely feasted. $176 to Utah's 140 total yards, even out about 343 for your Arizona State Sun Devils, 349 for Utah. Turnovers. Utah gave the football away 3 times. Arizona State, just a singular time. Time of possession, 32 minutes and change for the Utes to ASU's 27 and 31 seconds. For you, Erik, what number stands out the most?
Turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers. Cam Rising didn't have a great game, and that led to multiple interceptions. And ASU, while they did enough to win this game, 27-19, this game was a lot closer than that right before the end.
Yeah.
And ASU, maybe they didn't take advantage of every turnover, but it at least ran out clock. And we saw the same thing in Texas State. Pivotal turnover leads to running out the clock, and maybe it doesn't automatically turn into points, but ASU's defense has done enough to just take the time that comes off the clock and make that work. 3 turnovers is more than what I was expecting, but exactly what they needed.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I agree with you. I think the turnovers is definitely a giant part, but I'm going to say being able to outrush Utah, I think is certainly a statement for this team. Arizona State Utah tonight.
Mm-hmm. And that's how we said that they had to win the game.
You had to run the football
and go high flying to counter Utah.
No, you have to. Utah runs the football well, and they hit you in the mouth. Arizona State took that as a challenge, beat Utah for 4 quarters, and said, you know what? You do this whole defense and running the football thing well. Well, guess what? We're going to do it better than you, because we have a running back in Cam Skattebo, who, I'm going to say it, is the best running back in the Big 12.
Preach.
Sorry, not sorry. Your favorite running back's favorite running back. And defensively, we're flying around. We're hitting you in the mouth. We're winning first and second down. And we know your quarterback is gimpy right now, on his way to his retirement home. And we're going to hit him. We're going to hit him. We're going to hit your wideouts. And we're going to dominate the line of scrimmage. And that's what Arizona State did for 4 quarters, which, again, they didn't play a perfect game. But a win is a win. And a win over a number 16 team, well, that is a sweet one.
Not just a number 16 team, but a team that Kenny Dillingham has gone on the record and said, a good program emulates what Kyle Whittingham has done in Utah.
Yeah.
The consistency and the culture. And you go from losing 55-3 to winning this game. And like you said, out Utahing the number 16 team in the country in Utah. This team just shows different ways to win. And it's like, I don't want to keep saying the same thing, but it keeps coming to my mind. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
Do they keep finding new ways to win? Or is it just that they have gotten it done in different ways, right? Like tonight's finish was different than Kansas. And Kansas's win was different than Texas State. But I don't think this team is finding new ways to win. I think this team has an identity. And we saw it against Wyoming week 1, where it is, hey, we are going to run the football until you say mercy, right? That's what we're going to do. And defensively, we're the best defense that you've seen.
The most organized. They give different looks, different calls. Like, they make life so hard. They make life so hard to the point that you are down your 2 best defensive players in Keyshawn Elliott and Clayton Smith. And you only allow 9 points in the first half.
Yeah.
Again, a Utah team that had struggled to score. I will say that for sure. Utah had been struggling to score all season. But still, You're down your 2 best defenders. Cam Rising was not great, but you still were able to hold them to 9 points. You're able to have that lead in the first half, and you're able to work with it.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Look, do you want to talk about ASU's Cam and Utah's Cam?
I'm going to go double cams.
Yeah, we could talk about the Cams, but we're going to do it, guys, on the other side of this break. Now, if you are familiar with this program, I tell you that Cam Skattebo is a monster. Well, tonight, he was a truck. More specifically, he was a Sanderson Ford 2024 F-150. The way that he was packing the Utes in the back of his truck. My goodness, guys, if you're in the market for a new car, well, check out Sanderson Ford. Their 65-acre facility makes them the largest Ford dealership in the nation. Guys, 65 acres is absolutely ridiculous, which means when you show up, you are bound to find a vehicle that you like. Guys, get it all with no hassle, no pressure, and no nonsense over at Sanderson Ford. Offers OAC from Ford Credit and expire on Halloween. For your next vehicle purchase or lease, choose the dealership that gives back and pays it forward. Also, help us celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with a Dia de los Muertos inspired trunk or treat at Sanderson Ford on October 19th. See dealership for details.
There's some comments in the chat talking about my hat, and of course, you know, it is branded Bills. Kind of some bars there. Rhymed a little bit. Come on now. It's good vibes out here. Branded Bills are the best vibes. I love these hats. They not only look good, they feel amazing. It's the most comfortable hat I've ever worn, and that's not cap. Pun intended. Ooh. Seriously, it's awesome. If you're looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart, well, they have everything. From snapbacks to truckers, fitted beanies, and tees, they have everything with performance and style. Is rocking a different Branded Bills hat on Southwest Bias earlier today. I live and breathe Branded Bills because not only are they awesome, local company, Mesa, Arizona, they partner with ASU. They also do charity work around the valley.
I love it.
As they're also partners with the University of Arizona. Head to brandedbills.com. Use code PHNX for 20% off your first order. Woo, baby.
That's heat, man. That's absolutely heat. Alex in the chat, what about the kicker laying out the returner? I mean,
that was an electric kick.
That's going to be on Pat McAfee's show on Monday, like, for sure. Like, come on now.
Dude, he was talking.
No, he was. He was absolutely talking. I mean, if you're a kicker doing that, you're absolutely doing that. Like, come on. Like, let's do it. LTC in the chat, guys, it's only year 2. I said it before the season even started. Don't let Kenny cook on the field, man. Don't let Kenny cook on the field.
David Buck in the chat says Bills and Indianapolis scouts were in the building. I can't confirm that.
They were in the building.
Some gentlemen wearing some polos.
The Vikings were also there, as well, some representatives. So we shall see. Your Sun Devils, they got some League Devils on this roster for sure.
Absolutely. Keyshawn Elliott will be playing on Sunday.
Do you want to get to our cam, or do you want to get to their cam
Let's do
first?
their cam first.
You want to get to their cam first?
That is a really big story right now. And for the non-ASU fans that are watching right now, the haters, some might call them, they're going to discount this win because of that. So let's get into it.
Well, look, we give bottle service every single post-game show to a standout player, right?
Yes.
And usually we only give bottle service to a singular individual. Tonight, because of how amazing this performance was, we have multiple bottle services. I believe we have 3 in total, unless I am mistaken. Okay? So look, Cam Rising. Cam Rising tonight was by far one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football coming into the season. What you saw from Cam Rising tonight, I feel confident that we can go ahead and say right now, it's time to hit retirement. Cam Rising, one of several Arizona State, or one of several players from tonight's game getting bottle service.
You love it. Happy retirement to Cam Rising.
Retirement to Cam Rising.
You hate to see him go so early. You hate to see him go so early. So young.
You're 15.
Okay, who's older? Me or Cam Rising?
Cam Rising.
No.
No?
Barely. But
Cam Rising's older than
me by a month. I'm older than Cam Rising by a month.
You know he's older than Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
He's older than, I believe, Justin Fields, too.
You just really hate to see a college quarterback end their career so early. So young.
Yeah.
You know, he had so many
play.
years, so much potential.
Yeah.
No, it was actually, if he wasn't playing my team, it was actually a little bit sad. Because not only does he have a glove on his hand, and he's clearly hurt, he was limping.
Does this say more about Isaac Wilson than it does Cam Rising?
I think this says a little bit more about Kyle Whittingham.
I mean, dude's loyal.
I would have at least thrown Isaac Wilson in there to get a look. Because Cam Rising wasn't just under-delivering. Cam Rising was throwing the ball into the ground. Utah could have won this game, or at least converted in some big opportunities and put some more pressure on ASU if Cam Rising was like 15% better or 15% more healthy than what he was tonight.
Cam Rising tonight, 16 of 37, completion percentage of 43%. This is the first time in his career, in his 87-year college career, where he has not hit the 50% mark, at least, which is absolutely ridiculous. 209 yards through the air, not a single touchdown, 3 interceptions, quarterback rating at 74.5. What do you got, Erik?
If you're listening to audio right now, you see my jaw just drop to the floor. On this, I just looked up Cam Rising, right? I just look up his age.
Yeah.
The first article that pops up just written
7 hours ago.
Before this game from Utah Utes on SI. If Cam Rising's return doesn't go as expected, could year 8?
I don't think Utah fans I don't think they want year 8 of Cam Rising now.
Year 8 be on the table. No, not with what they're paying him. With what they're paying him at NIL, you could get another really good young quarterback.
Well, like we could talk about the numbers. I want to talk about what we saw. We saw from Cam Rising tonight. Weeks ago, it was reported that the coaches were holding him out because he couldn't get velocity on the football. Mm-hmm. And then Kyle Whittingham said on Monday that it was a medical thing, that medical staff had to clear him, that it wasn't a coaching thing. And so him playing tonight suggests that the medical team cleared him. He was wearing a glove on his hand today where he dislocated his finger, also had to get stitches on it. He clearly couldn't get the velocity on the football that he wanted to get. The throws, like you had tweeted, a lot of ducks out there, just didn't look like Cam Rising. They said it on the broadcast, and then that very first drive, it looked like he had taken a hit, and at that point really had been limping and was pretty gimpy for the remainder of the game. He had no mobility. He, like we said, he couldn't get velocity on the football. There were screen plays where he couldn't even get it to the running back or the wide receiver. There was a third down where they had a wide receiver running a drag. He hit him, but it was like too far outside. So the wide receiver really couldn't catch it while he was running in stride. Ultimately came up short on third down, which again cost Utah tonight. Like Cam Rising hurt this team tonight.
Yeah, he absolutely did. The thing with Cam Rising that was so fascinating as far as like Utah's game plan was, I've been saying it all week, I thought he was going to play.
You did.
I said he's going to start. He had a week off. They're going to put him out there even if he's not 100%. They're going to at least give him a shot. I don't think Isaac Wilson's a good quarterback, but Isaac Wilson actually has the ability to run, has the ability to move. And while he might be not as smart and not as experienced as a Cam Rising, you were limited so much by, there were a couple plays where ASU was gifted a sack at the end of the game because Cam Rising literally could not move and could not throw the ball away.
Yeah.
It was borderline pathetic, the fact that he was still in that game after the first half. I was shocked. Isaac Wilson did not see the field tonight. But Isaac Wilson isn't good. Like, it's not like Isaac Wilson would come in and change the game and ASU would have lost. No, ASU still would have won this game if Isaac Wilson was playing.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But I'm just shocked that they didn't try, especially because
that's loyalty.
But the thing is, you can't be loyal to that end. I'm sorry, Kyle Whittingham, not to tell you to do your job, but at a certain point,
he's been doing that job longer than we've been alive.
At a certain point, you're also like risking Rising's future.
I mean, he doesn't really have a future. Think about how hard it's
going to be for him to sell insurance if he can't sign the documents because his hand is permanently injured.
I knew that was coming. That one was there. Yeah,
you got to feel for the guy, right?
I mean, Not really.
No.
Again, this is nobody cares about Utah.
Obviously he wouldn't be out there if he wasn't pushing hard to play.
Yeah,
and he
that's
wouldn't
right.
have stayed out there if I'm sure he didn't fight for it either.
He wasn't 100%, and I'll be honest, he didn't look 60%. He didn't look close to what Cam Rising was. Didn't look good. We are going to get to the other members of Bottle Service. I just want to read a quote from the post-game show because I think everybody in the chat is going to love this. Chris Cartman and Sun Devil Source tweeted this out. Kenny Dillingham just told everybody who bet the over 4.5 wins for Arizona State this season and just got paid. Kenny said, quote, "For those of you who won, put that money back in the collective."
I love it.
That's crazy.
Did you know what else I love? Johnny in the chat says, "Good job, ASU. The Big 12 was rooting for you."
I've noticed that the Big 12 really hates Utah.
But also, I think that ASU is probably one of the most rootable teams.
Yeah.
Not just in the Big 12.
You can't watch that postgame with Kenny and be like, I hate this guy.
The only people
you just can't. And if you do, you probably hate puppies too.
No, they're jealous. That's what it is. The only people who are allowed to hate Kenny Dillingham are University of Arizona fans.
And even then, they want them. They want Kenny as their coach, bro.
If you went up to any Arizona fan and said,
point blank trade. Point blank trade.
Wait, because you don't know where I'm going here.
Okay. You tell me.
If you went up to Arizona fans and you said, would you trade Totri and McMillan for Kenny Dillingham, they would say yes.
Wow.
They would say yes. Because Tet's gone. Wow. We got U of A fans in the chat. Kevo, let me know. If you could trade last year, if you can go back in time knowing what you know now, if you could trade Totri and McMillan, possibly the best player in University of Arizona football history for Kenny Dillingham, would you do it? Because it's 100% yes from me.
I'm going to answer that question as somebody who covers Arizona State. Yeah. Arizona State wouldn't accept that trade.
Oh, well, no. I mean, that's not even close. Not even close.
Isn't that crazy to say, though?
They would trade the best player in their football program's history for our head coach.
And Arizona State wouldn't trade their head coach for Totri.
No, they wouldn't even. They would laugh. They would hang up the phone and they would laugh.
Dang. That's crazy.
You would throw Fafita, T-Mac, Jacob Manu.
That's crazy.
Sicario Davis.
Look,
we trade all of them. You're not getting Kenny.
300 people in the chat right now, man.
That's awesome. I love all of you.
Leave a like, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Everybody drop the devil emoji, man. Your Sun Devils are 5-1, and they're 5-1 because of the next member getting bottle service tonight.
Tell me.
That is Cameron Skattebo.
You're damn right it is.
The scariest, fiercest, most dominant running back in this conference tonight. Are you kidding me? This guy, 158 yards on the ground tonight, 2 touchdowns, and what you don't see on that graphic, 4 catches, 41 yards, an absolutely ridiculous catch on 3rd and long that would ultimately set up later in the drive a 40-plus yard rushing touchdown for himself.
I cannot.
What more do you want from Cam Skattebo? Nothing. He gives you everything he's got. Every play, every game. I said it last week. Nobody is as bad as Cameron Skattebo. And if you didn't believe me last week, turn on this game. That Utah defense is good. Cameron Skattebo put that Utah defense on a leash and walked them around Mountain America Stadium for 4 quarters. Say what you got to say.
Apologies for people listening in their headphones. But it was worth it. It was worth it. That catch by Cam Skattebo, by the way, that got us our first dislike on the video. I appreciated it, though. I find new ways to be amazed by this guy every single week.
By me or Cam?
Not you. Come on, be real. Actually, it's your birthday. Of course I'm impressed by you.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, listen. Your family's awake now. That's funny. Sorry, Ryan. Thank you for joining. He does something new every week that just blows my mind. And I know he's that good. We talk about him every single day. We are aware of how good he is in every facet of the game. He's probably the best special teams player on this team as well.
Yeah.
But that catch, The body control, the hands, the presence of mind to look up and to actually grab that in that moment. He even said it in his post-game interview. Big time players make big time plays. And there's been no bigger player in the Big 12 this season than Cam Skattebo. When the game is on the line, when you put all your chips on the table, you have one safe bet, and that's fine Quattro. That's fine number 4. And this coaching staff finds new ways to do it, and he finds new ways to thrive and succeed with the game on the line.
Yeah.
You know how insane of a combination?
Sac State, dude.
Yeah. You know how insane of a combination it is? That catch followed by the touchdown run?
Yeah.
How many players in college football are doing that genuinely?
It's one. There's only one other player in college football, and he's at Boise State, Ashton Jeanty, who is, I know there's a lot of people in the chat every time I say that Cam's the best running back. Ashton, don't get it twisted. Ashton Jeanty is the best running back in the country. Cam Skattebo is the best running back in the Big 12. I know there's Texas Tech fans in here. Taj Brooks is a really good running back. Cam Skattebo is just Cam Skattebo, dude. Like, what he did tonight, the 2 touchdowns were remarkable. And the 47-yarder to put it away was... You haven't seen a running back do that at Arizona State, and there have been dominant running backs here.
That's what we've been saying this whole time. Do you know how good you have to be to now enter among the names of the elite Arizona State running backs?
I'm taking him over Xavier Valladay. I'm taking him over Enan Benjamin. I'm taking him over Rashad White. I'm taking him over Demario Richard. I'm taking him over Kalen Ballage. I'm taking him over DJ Foster. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care.
I can't disagree with you. And I know there are going to be some people who are going to disagree with us in the chat. And I think that's perfectly okay.
Fine. Let's talk about it.
I think it's perfectly okay. I think the fact that you're sitting here and you're talking about Cam Skattebo among those greats, right? And not just the people in the last decade plus. I mean, ASU's had good running backs for decades. And he is among the best of the best. And he will go down as one of the best of the best. And you know what's crazy? He still has the rest of this season.
He has the rest of the rest.
He has the rest of the rest.
Come on, you were spitting bars earlier in the ad, man.
I can keep going.
Come on, man.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I could keep going. The thing about Cam that's so impressive is the fact that he actually changed his game coming into this season.
Yeah.
He was slimmer. He was more explosive. He obviously had a mission coming into the season after being the best player on what was a dysfunctional team last year, not because of coaching, not because of the players, but because of injuries, because of outside external factors. But they were dysfunctional. They weren't organized. He had to play quarterback. He had to punt. He had to play running back. He came in this season with a singular focus, and he didn't just say, you know what? That's all I need. That's all I need to elevate my game is less responsibility, more focus. He didn't say that. No, you want to know what he did? He went back to the lab. He worked out. He got slimmer. He changed the way that he played. And for somebody who was already going into the season as one of the best running backs in the best running back conference in college football, he got better.
Yeah. Nah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Can we put a poll in the chat, Kyle?
I already did.
You already did?
Can we get a shout out to Captain Redbeard? Totri getting up to give him a dab. Redbeard's on fire.
Is Cam Skattebo the best ASU running back ever is what I put in the chat. There's 37 votes right now. 76% say yes.
Let's go. We got 294 of y'all in here.
Say yes. 22 say no.
Can I say something? 294 in here is awesome. Is absolutely awesome. Let's get to 300. Share this with your Sun Devil friends. Y'all in a group chat right now? Send this link right now. Come in here, make your voice known, drop some chats in here. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 300. Let's celebrate tonight. Let's have a freaking party, man.
There are some comments that I can't read, but Connor, your comment is awesome. I just want to let you know that I love your comment. There's been a couple comments that I can't read, but I love them. like that's a great comment, dude. That's phenomenal. That's absolutely phenomenal.
We love all of
Look, kind of going off that, he's not going to be the only one, and that gets us to the last member of the Heat
Another
Index.
Cam?
Caleb McCullough.
Oh, same thing.
Caleb McCullough absolutely dominated tonight. It was absolutely a masterclass from Caleb McCullough, Arizona State linebacker, led the team with 12 total tackles, 6 solo, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions. Absolutely remarkable to see Caleb McCullough, not only in that first half while Keyshawn Elliott was gone, but from the first quarter to that final whistle, he was all over the field.
He was amazing. ASU doesn't win this game without him.
which is wild to say.
It is, but that's what you needed. We said it all week. Somebody, and Jordan Crook also had a good game. Good game. And that was the name that we had mentioned. To not our credit, Caleb McCullough was not somebody we focused on this week. And that's just even more of a testament to the type of player that he is.
Yeah.
To step up in that big of a moment. This wasn't just a win. This was a program-defining victory. This was a Kenny Dillingham era defining victory.
Best win in Kenny Dillingham's career at Arizona State thus far.
And it doesn't happen without Caleb McCullough. And it doesn't happen point blank, period, not even close without Caleb McCullough.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say about
Caleb
it.
McCullough, Cam Skattebo, all of it. This was, again, and we've gone all over the place. This is the best win for Arizona State over the last 2 years. Right, like, and it's not even
close.
Not even close. Like
For
Arizona State.
Means?
Arizona State has how many games left? They're 5-1, so 6 more. You're halfway through the season. They had 3 wins all of last year. They're a win away from a bowl game.
1 win away from a bowl game. You're going. If you are not in the top 25, it's a genuine shame.
We're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, no, like seriously, ridiculous.
No, I'm talking to the AP top 25 voters right now. Look at me. We're going to have a problem if I don't see a number next to that name on Sunday. And I don't want to, that's me.
You don't want a problem with Totri.
Not on my off day.
No,
you don't.
No.
You don't. So just let's do everybody a solid. Let's do what we know you need to do. And let's put a number next to their name. I don't care what the number is right now. Okay? 5-1.
I'll take 25.
I'll have a beer to 25. Let's do 25. I see you 25. Let raise you 23.
I'm feeling a nice solid 23. Which, I mean, does Utah stay ranked after this?
No. Utah falls out of the 25.
So if Utah falls out, the ranked Big 12 teams would be Iowa State.
Again, nobody's played.
Yeah, tomorrow. Iowa State, BYU. I mean, if is Tech playing this week or
no? Tech's on a bye.
Okay, so Tech's not going to be ranked after this. So
Tech's not going to be ranked. Oh, they're still not ranked.
They don't have a chance
still
to
not
go
ranked.
Right? Yeah, they're still not ranked. So there's a chance that the 3 ranked teams going out of the Big 12 this week are BYU, Iowa State, and ASU.
Just like everybody thought.
Yeah,
right. Everybody had those
top 6 of the Big 12 right now. Is
everybody
crazy.
had those teams as the top schools, right?
Before even this game tonight, teams that were not in the top 6 of the Big 12 as of before this game: Utah, Arizona, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Kansas. These are teams that were not in the top 6 of this conference.
I mean, You've been saying
saying West Virginia's that real deal?
Well, no, I never believed in the Mountaineers.
Well, they're top 6.
Yeah, well, I was big on Arizona State. And I'll be honest, I wasn't
Kansas
even. I said Arizona State.
Shane's saying Kansas State.
5 to 7 wins is what I said at the start of the season. They're making me look stupid.
Oh, I've never been happier to be wrong in my entire life. Because if they walked away with 5 or 6 wins this season, we would be happy. And that would be a massive improvement. That would be almost doubling your wins.
You realize, like, if Arizona State replicated what they did over the first, Arizona State's 5-1 now?
Mm-hmm.
If they replicated what they just did over the 6-game stretch, they'd be 10-2.
Okay.
That's the first time those words have left my mouth. Like, literally.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
And they haven't played their best. Like, they have not played perfect football. They have not played out of their minds. Where, like, Sam Leavitt has been improving and growing every week. He's not anywhere near to who he can be. The only player that it feels like on ASU roster that has hit their like peak and he continues to still get better is Cam Skattebo.
Yeah.
Everybody else has miles of improvement.
What do we do if this team's? I know we said if they make it to the Big 12 title game, we're doing a 12-hour stream.
It's make it or win.
Well, no, if they make it, it's 12 hours.
Okay,
if they win, it's 24-hour. Do we do anything if this team wins 10 games? Like anything?
A 10-hour stream?
I do that.
Okay, well, shake hands on it right now.
10-hour stream.
Okay. Here's the deal. 10 wins on the season. You get a 10-hour stream from PHNX Sun Devils. You get to the Big 12 championship game. Oh, you don't have that to ask. Of course he's.
I want to see Captain on screen. Let's see Captain on screen for everybody that's new to the PHNX Sun Devil show. This is Captain Redbeard right here.
With the media vest on.
I love it. You haven't even taken that off.
He's so locked in.
Oh,
He's
my
been
goodness.
locked in.
I love this. I absolutely love it. Oh, 10-hour stream.
So 10-hour stream for 10 wins, 12-hour stream for a Big 12 championship game, 24-hour stream for a Big 12 championship.
We're going to need a lot of neutrals, buddy.
Hit a like for that. Shane, our production overlord, of course, ASU freak and fanatic says, good Lord, fellas, ...
Yeah.
John says, what the heck would you guys do for 12 hours?
Come find out,
rip.
buddy.
We
Come
would
find
rip.
out. We could talk for 12 hours.
Oh, dude.
We play a lot of NCAA.
We would play some NCAA. We'd play 2K. We would get off the rails. It'd be a good time.
We'd
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We would do some arts and crafts.
Maybe we do couples therapy. Like we have a legit therapist come in and like do couples therapy for us.
We have had people tell us that we need to
I think that would be cool.
10-hour college football 25 ASU rebuild.
I'm here for it. Look, we have a ton more to go on this post-game show. Again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and stick around because we have more of this PHNX Sun Devils post-game show coming up right after the break.
Oh, I just snagged your neutral because I just finished mine and I need another one. And you're slacking.
I am slacking.
You are slacking. I could grab you another one because there's nothing better than a neutral. And an ASU W, baby. We eating W's like Jameis Winston, and we're drinking neutrals like champions because they keep it tasty in Tempe. Real ingredients, nothing fake, nothing artificial. Vodka, seltzer, real juice. Oh, what's this flavor, you ask? It's just a classic lemonade. I was sipping on a peach lemonade, a strawberry lemonade.
The blackberry lemonade.
The lemonade ones are elite, but they also have other ones. Orange, watermelon, black cherry, pineapple, and more. Nothing goes better with celebrating. Nothing goes better with being right here in your post-game show than some neutral. I had been waiting to crack open an orange neutral. I got to do it last week after Kansas, and my favorite part about today, celebrating your birthday, is neutral. Keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Neutrals, a flavored vodka and carbonation out of St. Louis, Missouri. Shout out, Kev.
I love you.
Do you?
Yeah, but not as much as I love our friends over at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, guys, because how could I? Nobody does it better.
You kind of caught me off guard with that one.
Nobody does it better than Gila River Resorts and Casinos, guys. Visit any one of their 4 locations: Wild Horse Pass, Vequiva, Santan Mountain, and more. You're going to experience the best that the Valley has to offer. They have a ton of different options for restaurants, but my personal favorite is the opportunity to win. Go all in with over 4,500 slots and live table games, or catch all the action at any of their sports books. Guys, with that many options to win, you are bound to strike gold, okay? Also, we're going to be hosting events there all year, including Cards and Sons watch parties, so definitely stay tuned on how you guys can come hang out with all of us. You do you at Gila River Resorts Casinos. Visit playatgila.com for details.
Oh, I'm so hyped. Everybody in the chat right now. Dallas is here. Chris is here. Shane is here. Rudy is here. Sharon is here. Kellen is here. I love all of you. I'm so happy.
Bring on Georgia.
Bring on Rashada.
Come on. I forgot about that, man. I totally forgot about Jane Rashada.
Okay. I know we talk a lot about, think about where we were like 365 days ago when the Utah lost. Think about where we were after all of the transfers this offseason.
I was fine. I was pretty fine.
No, but we were talking about it. Imagine this team, not to be imagine this team with a Jalen Conyers and an Elijah Badger out there with Jordan Tyson. Imagine the type of talent this team could have had. And you know for a fact that if ASU had this type of season before, they would not be dealing with this. I do not expect a mass exodus like we saw from last season.
No.
In fact, what's the opposite of an exodus?
An incidus?
An exodus?
Incidus.
Incidus. I expect
There's
a mass
no way that's a
exodus through the transfer portal this
No
summer.
way. What would be the right word for that? Not exodus, but what?
What?
You lived in Alaska?
Like the opposite of exodus.
I feel like he lived in Alaska. He's got to know.
Well, that's a weird thing to put on it.
The opposite of an exodus?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy.
I appreciate everybody in the chat wishing me a happy birthday. Thank
Can
you
we
so
sing?
much.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
got to
so-
sing for
We
you,
gotta sing.
Totri.
Okay.
We got to sing
Chat,
for you.
Everybody sing along. 3, 2, 1. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to
I feel like I gotta-
you. Happy birthday, dear Totri.
We're what, 300 people in the chat? We're saying
Happy birthday.
I appreciate
to
y'all, chat. I appreciate you guys.
Everybody, take a sip of your neutrals and
Thank
toast. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
To 20 strong years. I'm kidding.
To
He's
20
obviously
strong
over
years.
21.
Obviously, jeez, man.
I mean, you don't look like you a baby. And also, you're drinking a neutral on air, so I'm not going to say
I
you're
am
12.
of age. I am
Yeah,
absolutely of age.
you're a nice, solid 42.
There we go. Wow, man, I'm not 42. I'm not 42.
Yes, I know that my singing sucks, okay? I'm a podcaster.
Mute the stream, they
Okay.
say.
Mute the
Ooh.
stream is crazy.
That is crazy.
Crazy. Okay, let's talk about football so we can unmute.
Let's talk about football some more then. Do you want to get to the Sanderson Ford drive of the game by chance?
Oh, I would love to get to the Sanderson Ford drive of the game.
Well, guys, it's time for the Sanderson Ford drive of the game. Football is back, and so are the deals at Arizona's largest Ford dealership, Sanderson Ford. Shop America's most awarded Ford dealership with no hassle, no pressure, and no nonsense. And we're getting a phone call.
Oh, we're getting a phone
We've
call?
got the one, the only, Shane Diefenbach.
Uh-oh.
What's up, buddy?
It's not your birthday anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh, it's
12:07.
past midnight.
It is 12:07.
One day older.
That's tough. So,
Happy birthday.
thanks, man. I appreciate you. You're looking real nice right now.
You know what I'm eating right now?
What are you eating right now?
Birthday cake ice cream.
Oh, did you get me some?
Here, open wide.
Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. Not with that many people in the chat. That's not happening, buddy. You enjoy your birthday cake ice cream, man.
Okay, bye.
Sanderson Ford, drive the game.
Yeah, drive of the game. It's absolutely, easily, obviously, the one that led to the last Arizona State touchdown. Starts off pretty simple. Cam Skattebo, 3-yard rush. Then Cam Skattebo for a 1-yard rush. Yeah, okay. Then 3rd and 6 on the ASU 29. Sam Leavitt, pass complete to Cam Skattebo for 21 yards at the 50-yard line for a first down. Game-saving play. But this game didn't just need to be saved. It needed to be put away.
Yeah.
DeCarlos Brooks runs for 3 yards, sets up a 47-yard touchdown run from Cam freaking Skattebo. That is your Sanderson Ford drive of the game, and much like Sanderson Ford, that was the absolute best of the best.
What do you like? So I say Cam Skattebo is the best Big 12 running back. And then we had some Tech fans in the chat talking about Taj Brooks. And I like I said, Taj Brooks is a really good running back. The physicality that Cam Skattebo plays with every single play, the patience that he shows, the balance that he shows, the ability to catch the football in just ridiculous moments. Like, I can't think of another. I don't even know, dude. Like, this guy is just unbelievable. And like, trying to watch him, like, try the next time you watch Cam Skattebo, I encourage you to watch something that he does wrong.
For real. Like, that's so, like, you're spitting. That's so real.
Because there's nothing. Like, I watch, and I'm sure like NFL coaches and scouts would have things that they would tweak. But you want a running back that plays downhill, right? Runs downhill in between the tackles, can also have the ability to run outside. Let's say you're doing a toss, a stretch play, they need to take it outside, right? He could do that. He plays low with a low center of gravity, right? Low man wins. Cam Skattebo wins 9.5 times out of 10.
Even to the point where they go to tackle him on one play, they were literally just like this far off the ground because they knew that Cam was going to be low.
So he does that.
Yeah.
He has patience when the gaps aren't there, right? To be able to cut, do what he needs to do. He makes plays that should have been losses of 5 turn into gains of 4, which are far more impressive and difficult to do than you think when you're taking mini car accidents every single play. And the thing is, it's not like he just does this one game, right? And like, I'm not trying to take anything away from Caleb McCullough. He had a phenomenal night tonight, right? But like, Cam Skattebo does this. This is Cam Skattebo's job.
He's always bottle service.
Every game, he does this. Every game, he is the guy.
Yep.
You know how hard that is?
Hard.
To go out there every single day, every single game with a week full of prep. Not just that, but knowing that the other team is game planning for you and you only.
Yep.
They say, hey, at the start of every week, every defensive coordinator and their defensive staff looks at the opposing offense and says, okay, this is their guy. Cam Skattebo every single week for 12 weeks has defensive coordinators saying, you know what? We're okay with Sam Leavitt beating us. We only have one guy to stop. Number 4, Utah, a good defense. Best defense ASU's seen all season. Started their weekly meetings and said, guess what? We got to stop number 4. Number 4 flipped the double bird. Had 158 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, averaged 7 yards a tote. Are you kidding? Like, that's hard to do. That is a hard thing to do, man.
You can look at pure stats, and there's definitely an argument for Taj Brooks. This is not slander. This is not hate on Taj Brooks. Taj Brooks is absolutely in the conversation as one of the best running backs in the Big 12, one of the best running backs in the country. How many times did Taj Brooks fumble last game? And it should have cost them the game. Twice. And I understand, uncharacteristic game from Taj Brooks. You want to know how many fumbles Cam Skattebo has on the season? Big, fat 0. So far, 111 carries, 619 yards. It's 5.6 per tote, 6 touchdowns, 39 yards. Oh, that's wrong. It says 39 yards is the longest.
It's probably not updated.
Yeah, it's probably not updated yet.
So what was his? I want to know what his overall rushing yards were.
So he had 158 from today.
From tonight, yeah.
So that would be 619 plus 158.
619 plus 158.
Come on, let's see how fast you can do this.
770 something.
I'm not going to fact check you.
I think it's 770 something. I don't know. It's a lot of math in my head, dude.
He had 2 touchdowns tonight as well, so you add on to that. Again, no fumbles, receptions too. He does it all. And you know what? To be honest with you, the beginning of this game, ASU's offensive line was not playing great.
No, I mean, at one point, Josh Atkins gave up a sack, and they put in Emmett Boley at left tackle, and then Atkins came back out.
Yeah.
So they were shifting some things around. This team kind of shot themselves in the foot with some uncharacteristic penalties that you saw a couple times. Nothing that was absolutely ridiculous, but 6 penalties, 37 yards. You start wiping those away. This team continues to set themselves up, right? Like you've said, they haven't played a perfect game. I think how you get closer to a perfect game is you start eliminating some of those pre-snap penalties, some false starts, some holdings. This team this week did a really good job of not getting any targeting calls.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
That
one on Clayton Smith was
because they almost got one.
Yeah, the Foot Locker workers were definitely out in full force.
Which was crazy because we got there to the game, and you'll see this in our vlog, which will be dropping in a couple of days. But the refs were warming up the mics. I expected a better game.
They were warming up the mic.
They were warming up before the game. And I expected, the Zebras to be calling a better one. However, there were some... I'll be fair. They got some good calls. The offensive pass interference that called off the Utah
that was
touchdown.
huge. That was huge.
Correct
I was losing my mind in the office.
But the Clayton Smith targeting, I'm so glad they reversed that, because if they didn't, I would have lost my mind. Lost my mind. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really was. Oh, my gosh. That call almost sent me to the moon.
That would have definitely changed the game. But that was the correct call. That was clearly pass interference. And for me, like, we're joking, right? Like, the refs overall weren't horrible outside of that potential targeting call that got overturned. That if that was targeting, and you saw it on Clayton Smith's face, like, he was literally, like, you couldn't make it up. That guy literally just missed the first half of the game for targeting in the Kansas game. And on the first defensive series, you're going to call him for targeting again on a crucial third down. On a crucial third down that Arizona State got off.
Yeah.
Like,
that would have changed the game.
Yeah.
That would have changed the game.
I don't know. I don't know if it would have, because Cam Rising couldn't throw the ball.
Well, and that's true, but you give anybody a shot. Like, Micah Bernard was having himself a game. Micah Bernard went into this game with 6 receptions for 6 yards. Do you want to know what he ended the game with?
4 receptions?
5 receptions for 61 yards, 12.2 per catch. Long of 19. 21 carries, 129 yards. He had a great game. He had a stat line better than what you said. You said, and obviously nobody expected Cam Rising to be this bad. 16 to 37, 209 yards.
I did say he would be rusty.
3 interceptions. You did say that. But we both said that it was more likely that he was actually going to be more injured than rusty.
Yeah.
But Micah Bernard had 21 carries, 129 yards. You said you keep them under 120, you win this game.
Yeah, 125 yards. I thought you kept them under.
But not only did he get 129 on the ground, he got 61 through the air.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost 200 all-purpose yards.
Yeah.
Right? That's a Cam Skattebo like game. Cam, of course, 22 carries, 158 yards with 2 touchdowns there, plus your second leading receiver. Cam Skattebo's wide receiver 2, Sam Leavitt's running back 2.
Yeah.
Again, this is a team that's 5-1. This is a team that's 5-1. They don't have a consistent receiving threat besides Jordan Tyson. And I love Jordan Tyson, but the man's the definition of a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. I do too, but sometimes the downs go too much.
You get the pit in your stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
I love DeCarlos. I thought we saw some great stuff from DeCarlos.
I want to see more.
Yeah, but they're just not using him, right? Sam Leavitt, even with the injury, was your second running back with 6 carries, 22 yards. And some massive plays from Sam Leavitt to pick up first downs.
Yeah.
Especially early in that game. But then, of course, he went down with that injury.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I mean, that was a big moment that we were like, oh, man, he's down.
Yeah.
Who knows if he's going to come back in? I mean,
he got up pretty fired up.
He did.
And then went to
the tunnel.
He went to the tent first, and then they took him to the tunnel.
And that's when I was concerned because I thought, oh, the adrenaline wore off, right? Like the adrenaline's there. He gets up. He's fired up. And I'm like, oh, he's definitely coming back in. And then he goes back. And I said to you, if he doesn't come back out to the start of the half, he's done. He came back out before half.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's absolutely remarkable.
I mean, you want to take a look at the hit?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Cue up that hit.
Kyle Cooper, you're going to
grinder.
Keep this in mind, everybody who's in here right now. We are going to have a behind-the-scenes vlog of everything that happened today, highlights from the game, our drive over, elevator rides, and everything. But Kyle's getting some crispy footage.
We have the audio on this too?
This was the hit.
Perfect.
Let's listen. To be honest with you, I was shocked this brought him down.
It wasn't even, I don't think the initial hit. I think it was him hitting the ground.
Yeah, because that hit was not crazy.
No.
He's taken significantly.
Slide.
He's taken.
I told him in this chair, man.
You did when he was in here. You told him to slide,
and he slid one time. I've seen him slide one time all year.
He did. He slid right afterwards. Then he didn't do it again. But we've seen him take much harder hits than that.
Yeah, but
much harder.
I don't think it was the hit. I think it was more so the hitting of the ground. Like it's hard ground. It's a hard ground. I mean, I don't know. We'll obviously find out as the week goes on. We'll see what I can find. And what I do find, I'll drop in the Die Hard Discord first.
The Discord was so sick today.
We got Sharon in the chat. Short Bus was in here earlier. I know Donald is going to watch this in the morning, or he's listening right now. No, he's definitely going to watch in the morning because he's on the East Coast right now.
Donald's asleep right now after quite the heroic
Shout out Donald. Donald, when you get to this point in the post game, send a message in the Discord, 100%.
The Discord's amazing.
What is the Discord for those of...
Well, listen, it's hard to find a great place to talk ASU sports nowadays with genuine people who like to celebrate and keep it real.
Yeah, and they want to do it for longer than the hour that we're here.
Right. Our Die Hard Discord's always bumping.
It is.
We even have an Iowa State fan. Shout out Devin.
We do. Devin's in here. Devin was in here earlier.
Yeah. We have so many different types of people in there, all sharing their love of ASU during game days. It's absolutely lit. Sharon says, get in the Die Hard Discord. It's such a good time, but you don't just get to be in the Die Hard Discord when you're a Die Hard. You get so much more. You get a free t-shirt or hat every single year. You get discounts on all of our live events. You get exclusive video and written content. The video for Behind Enemy Lines that Mike, Luke, and I of the PHNX Wildcats podcast, we recorded that. You get the video of that as well. Exclusive written content and ad-free experience on our website. And you don't have to be a Die Hard, but you can also check out the PHNX Daily newsletter headed by Patrick Brown. He is awesome, and wow, that is quite the text that you're showing me in the middle of a plug right here. Make sure you check out PHNX Daily. keeping you up to date with everything going on in Arizona sports. There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like PHNX. All of you in here right now, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We are here talking Sun Devils 5 days a week. During the season, 4 days a week plus a post game, and of course, bye weeks were Monday through Friday. Live at 1:30 on weekdays, and then of course on post games right after the final whistle. Plus, we have Suns, we have Cardinals, we have Diamondbacks, we have U of A. We have everything that you need. Rising Mercury, we have all of it right here. Comprehensive coverage on PHNX Sports. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the like button, and please come back and party with us all week.
Absolutely.
We're always talking ASU football.
Don up in the chat asking about Shamal Matire. Matire did return to the game on that last drive, so we'll see what updates we can get from Kenny early on in the week or from sources.
He seemed okay when he came back in.
Yeah, again, if he's going to come back in the game, signs are definitely good. But Erik, it is officially time for Aftertaste, which for those of you that are new here, it's the most sus segment on the network, 100%. Where we ask you, and I ask my friends here, what this game tasted like. So, Erik.
I hate that to go first because I always forget about this segment and then I can't.
Do you want me to start
with
with Captain Redbeard?
Yes.
Okay, Captain Redbeard.
Well, because I don't want to put him on the spot either.
Well, Captain Redbeard, he's witty, he's quick.
Oh, he's already ready.
Captain, what was gently scooted into your shooter?
He's taking off the vest.
We're taking this off.
And
Taking
chat,
off the
I
vest.
ask you,
Yeah.
what
does
was
this game
gently
taste
scooted
like?
in your shooter?
Well, I don't know if it was gentle, but it's definitely a shot of tequila.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's valid.
Get you
It's
hyped
party
afterwards?
Mm.
It is party. It's absolutely party time.
You watched that Kenny interview? Like, come on.
Just juiced up.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know.
This was a 4 logo.
A 4 logo.
This was a 4 logo because you.
No, this was a neutral. This
Yeah,
was a
that's
neutral.
fair. That's
You're
fair.
looking forward to it. You think it just can't be that good. And then you take a sip. You go, oh, that's pretty
This
good.
was like 8 neutrals.
Hey, buddy, I might hit 8. I'm not.
This-
I'm not even close to that tonight.
This was a lot of neutrals. I'll give you that. How about that? It was like the first 4, you're like, I'm cruising. And then you get to the last 4, you're like, oh my goodness.
This is perfection. I think I have a favorite neutral.
You've got one
Breaking
now?
news. I think it's a strawberry lemonade. They're all good, but the strawberry lemonade is
Dude, this
insane.
blackberry lemonade's pretty fire.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Dallas in the chat, 3 more wins till I break my tattoo virginity. Have a good night. Yeah, Dallas said that if Arizona State hit 8 wins on the season, he would get the PHNX Sun Devil Sparky
Crazy.
tattoo. So
Crazy.
we will see. Alex in the chat, a strong edible? Question mark?
You take it at first and maybe you think, oh, maybe this isn't going great. And then you're like, oh, wait, no, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh my goodness.
Tasted like Herm Edwards' funeral. That's crazy.
That's
Tony.
what does that taste like?
That's great. I don't want to taste that.
You don't wanna
B
talk
says
about that?
Jaeger bomb. Diego says vodka Red Bull.
a lot of alcohol.
No free ads.
foods tonight.
We're partying tonight.
We are partying tonight. And look, we do
tastes
have I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Wait, I'm tasting the AP Top 25.
There we go.
I just punched my mic.
Yeah, well, can you not do that?
Sorry, audio listeners.
Look, guys, we do have one final segment for you, but we are going to take a quick break. Guys, we've been jamming out all night long, going over an hour here in Studio K, our lovely studio, presented, guys, by Circle K. They're helping you save money every single day with Inner Circle. It's their free membership program. Super easy to download. You can literally do it in the next 40 seconds and change. All you got to do, go to the App Store, download the app, enter your email and phone number, and boom, you are going to be fully enrolled. You're going to pull up to the pump. You're going to type in your number next time, and you are going to immediately start saving. Save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. And then every single day after that, guys, you could save 3 cents per gallon as well. Plus, there's plenty of other member exclusive deals and discounts. They have snacks, they have drinks, and of course, they've got so much more with Inner Circle. Enjoy your member exclusive beverage deal. Inner Circle members like you can get any size Polar Pop or Froster for just 79 cents. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit circlek.com for details.
One thing we love to do here at PHNX is build a community. all of you in here right now, you are the ASU community, and you can come build a community with us 5 days a week. But we don't just do it virtually. We don't just do it online. We do it in person, and that's all of our awesome events. And you can make sure that this Sunday you join us for PHNX at Gila River Resorts and Casinos Wild Horse Pass for the Cardinals road games. We're there every single road game for the Cardinals season with food and drink specials, a Cardinals-specific, PHNX Cardinals-specific menu, which is a massive flex. I want our own menu, maybe one day. You have PHNX giveaways, and the best part of it all, it's absolutely free. Go phnx.com/events. And you want to keep an eye out at Wild Horse Pass. Sun season is about to start as well. You can find me over on the Sun Show too, and you can come find us at Wild Horse Pass. We're going to be hosting some watch parties there as well. Then at home games, PHNX tailgates for Cardinals home games for Chicken and Pickle. You can check that out all at gophnx.com/events. Baby.
So this team's ranked on Sunday.
I mean, okay. I actually want to talk about this. Texas Tech is not ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech is 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance?
No.
I think there is. I think ASU, without a doubt, unequivocally stamped, should be in the top 25. But I absolutely think that there is a chance that they are admitted from it.
Does Tech have a rank win?
No.
Then no.
I don't believe they do.
And it's not like ASU just beat number 25.
No, but I think a lot of people are going to use the Cam Rising
They're not.
aspect of it all.
Arizona State's ranked.
They should be.
They will be.
They should be.
They will be. Sleep
I hope
easy.
so.
Sleep easy. It's happening.
Okay. Well, thank you for
It's
calming
happening.
me down.
You good now?
Yeah.
Do you want to get any final thoughts out on this game?
That was so freaking awesome. I mean, this is so cool. This is so cool. Not just because we got to get here and talk about the postgame, but for the program, for the fans. ASU fans deserve this.
They do.
Kenny deserves this.
We
Graham
deserve
deserves
this.
this. We're
No,
okay.
we deserve this.
Cam Skattebo deserves
Cam
this.
Rising.
Deserves this.
Yeah.
Everybody who stayed on this roster and believed
Facts.
deserves this.
Facts.
Anthony Totri, it was your birthday. We're still celebrating your birthday. You deserve this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't even do it for the birthday, dude. I've been doing this show for years.
You only do the show on your birthday? That'd be crazy.
I've been doing this show for a long time, and this was up there with some of the best wins that we've covered. And with Kenny, there is going to be plenty more, guys. But it is about 12:30 at this point, Arizona time. For those of you tuning in on the East Coast, my goodness,
Good to
you are
work for
some
another couple hours.
absolute troopers. You calm yourself down right now. The lights are starting to dim, and we're starting to get the taps on the shoulder from Captain Redbeard. Captain, what time is it, buddy?
It is closing time.
It is closing time, guys. This segment is powered by Neutral. Keep it tasty, Tempe. Enjoy responsibly. Guys, closing time. Normally we give you 3 takeaways. I got just one for you. Arizona State has arrived.
Fire me up.
Arizona State this time last year lost to Utah. Same coach. 55-3. Your Sun Devils tonight, October 11th, bleeding into October 12th, 2024. Just put the Big 12 on notice, and you're going to have a number next to your name on Sunday. Guys, that's going to do it for the PHNX Sun Devils post-game show. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. We really, really do appreciate everybody listening on audio and watching live. If you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow this man right here, the Jedi, at Erik Ruby. That is Erik with a K. You can follow Captain Redbeard at K Coop Sports, guys. But in the meantime, go Devils. In peace.
We all silly like the mayor.